Morning. How did the Champions League affect these sides yesterday? Well, Bayern Munich failing to win. Freiburg also in the Europa League, so a tough old match. But Freiburg opener, if you were interested in taking on Freiburg or following the market. Managerless Bayern. Don't think they've made up their mind just yet. Mr. Tuchel, well, I've still got Tuchel's name there, but I don't think he is the manager. Irish Premier Division, First Division, it's far too young, only 2 matches in for us to have a strong opinion yet. But if you followed the market, Waterford scoring first, possible getter there. Kerry should be gettable all day long, so you could have laid the draw second half. Likely to take a number of beatings this season. Lazio AC Milan, check out the red cards. Wow. Derby style match, both sides involved in Europe. Champions League for Lazio and Europa League, I think, for AC Milan. Wow. So late red cards. But already the job done, 88th minute. Typical derby style match this one, wasn't it? But yet another Champions League side going astray. You're going to see that this weekend. Well, NEC Nijmegen, you were expecting them to do a number over Volendam with only 2 or 3 wins all season for them. No trading angle, I'm afraid, unless that goal had stood for Semedo. That would have been rather nice opener, and then we could have got stuck in. But that went the way of research. Both teams to score, well, all bar one match yesterday in the Eerste Divisie, and 1-2, only 4 over 2.5 goals, but still we've got the goals coming in there. That was about it really yesterday. On to today, and don't forget that Champions League influence today throughout. Brentford and Chelsea is a London derby, so I'm a bit reluctant to give you a pre-match opinion on a London derby. You know, last time these two met, Chelsea were a very strong favourite, but they lost 2-0. Everton and West Ham. Well, Everton keep getting 0-0s at half-time, so that's a possible angle. And look for the second half goals there. West Ham coming back to something like their best. Well, not their best, but I think they've got a win recently. They are pretty crap at the moment. 7-0 at half time at home, only 1 at full time for Everton. So that's an angle. 2 consecutive away defeats without scoring for the Hammers. 3 defeats and a draw against 12th to 17th away. Not a match I really want to fixate on too much. Fulham against Brighton, 2.45 the favourite. Brighton are in the Europa League. Leave this to the in-play stats, 2.45. Newcastle and Wolves. Wolves' away form is patternless. I like readability. We don't have readability with Wolves, but we got 3 wins in 4 matches, including the scalps of Chelsea and Tottenham. What a pity that Wolves aren't from London. Sorry, Newcastle aren't from London, because they do like London sides, this Wolves side at the moment. Have a strong both teams to score pattern, as do Newcastle. Scored in the last 8, both teams to score. So an interesting match there. Nottingham Forest against Liverpool. Pre-Europa League Liverpool, likely we're going to see even more changes unless some of the injured players come back, and they're pretty much the first 11 injured. Both teams to score is a very strong Nottingham Forest angle and a very strong Liverpool angle at times as well. Liverpool have been scoring 3 or 4 goals recently, and if they can continue in that vein, then Nottingham Forest won't land a blow. But we're likely to see both teams to score today. 70% of goals in Forest home matches come second half, not away. So sorry about that. Comes second half, so watch out for second half goal action. Another London derby, Spurs against Crystal Palace. Add in the fact that Palace don't have a manager as yet. We'll leave this to the in-play stats. Luton against Aston Villa, involved in the Europa Conference League on the 7th of March. And Ajax, well, it's affecting Ajax. Is it affecting Aston Villa? 3 wins in 4 for Villa. Suggests not. scoring 3+ goals regularly as well against the bottom three. Luton have scored and are likely to score today. They've scored in the last 9 at home, but Villa look as if they're coming back to their goal scoring best of late. Spain against Real Sociedad, we're getting a lot of these today, 2.37 the favourite. Champions League for Real Sociedad is going to be a real impactor upon them today, so better be careful. Sevilla are keeping sides very quiet indeed. 1-0 win against Atletico, 0-0 against Valencia, 1-0 loss against Real Madrid. Rayo Vallecano and Cadiz, relegation 6-pointer-ish, 14th against 18th, 9 consecutive under 2.5 goals for Cadiz. Suggests you backing 0-0 pre-match. Only 5 wins, plays only 2 wins. It is an awful bit of form for both teams. Getafe and Las Palmas. Only Real Madrid and Barca have beaten Getafe since the 29th of January. Only 1 win in 5 for Las Palmas. They've lost all away matches against the top 9 and they're playing 10th today. Valencia against Real Madrid, only 2 defeats for Valencia since the 16th of December. Came away against Atletico Madrid and Las Palmas. 3 consecutive home wins, no defeat in 8 at home as well. So they're in pretty good nick, and they're meeting a pre-Champions League Real Madrid who are going to slip up, if they're going to slip up, at this weekend. But no defeat in 20. Wow. Bundesliga, Bochum against Leipzig, Champions League for Leipzig. Bochum are in unexpectedly good form, no defeat in 8 at home. Have an excellent unbeaten record against the top 11. This could be a surprise result today. Watch out. Champions League sides, if they're gettable, are gettable away from home. Darmstadt and Augsburg, 2.5 the favourite. Darmstadt 12 points away from safety and 4th bottom and are realistically doomed. Heidenheim and Frankfurt, 2.5 the favourite. It's another toughie, this one. 5 draws in the last 7, plays 4 draws in the last 6. These two drawing far too often. Leave this to the in-play stats. Well, Mainz putting it in as odds-on favourite, but where's that second goal? 13 matches without a second goal for Mainz makes them very shaky odds-on favourites, it must be said. Because if they are to win, it's going to be a 1-0, isn't it? They've got to find those 2 goals. But Mönchengladbach are conceding heavily against ninth and low, tending to be 3 goals. But Mainz, where's that second goal? Union Berlin and Dortmund. No Champions League this week for Dortmund. Evens favourite today, beaten by Hoffenheim last week. Must get back to winning ways. You know the drill with Union Berlin. When the market puts them as odds on favourite, they tend to perform consistently, but they're not today. Wolfsburg and Stuttgart. Both teams to score is a strong angle for these two. Wolfsburg look liable if leading, given all of those score draws recently. Udinese, well, they're playing another side. It's now 15th and lower. 13th and lower. 100% draw for Udinese. They're playing 20th today. This has an air of relegation 6-pointer about it. But you've got the feeling Salernitana, like Darmstadt, their mountain to climb is too great for them to get out of relegation trouble. Udinese, can they avoid a draw against 13th and lower for the first time this season? Daniele De Rossi's the new manager of Roma. Got the Europa League on the 7th of March. He's getting a real good tune out of this Roma side, and no reason for me to desert them today, apart from their Europa League influence. Monza, though, are unbeaten in 5, so they're going to put up some firm resistance, but Daniele De Rossi's Roma is scoring 2+ goals very regularly. Dutch Eredivisie go ahead against RKC. RKC keep losing away to the top 7, playing 6th today. Go ahead, do look solid. They're unbeaten home and away against 9th and lower. Vitesse Arnhem and Twente, the market looks spot on here for FC Twente, in really good form. Only 4 wins, plays only 4 defeats. Not the kind of team Vitesse Arnhem want to capture points from. They are in relegation trouble. Sparta Rotterdam against AZ Alkmaar, 1.83 for AZ. Sparta can't buy a win of late, only 2 wins since the 9th of December, so no reason to desert AZ Alkmaar. They're unbeaten home and away against 8th and lower as well. Of course, on this Saturday, there are plenty of other leagues. I'll be on hand at 2:30 p.m. at the YouTube channel for a live stream for members only. So I look forward to seeing members only there. We had an excellent live chat last week, 2 of them Saturday and Sunday, plenty of cash made. That's what it's all about. Spanish La Liga 2, German Bundesliga 5, we've got those 2 leagues as well today. Turkish Super League continues afoot. Fenerbahce strong favourite, as well as Ankara Gücü. Of course, we've got English Championship, English League 1, English League 2 and the Belgian Jupiler League. A couple of odds on favourites there. So we move on down. How I take the English leagues? Well, I'll show you once we get there. Croatia we've probably got as well. And the Chinese Super League has returned for you early risers. First day of the season for the Chinese Super League and the Japanese J League as well. A superb match for Kawasaki Frontale against the newly promoted side. Ended 4-5. Unbelievable, Jeff. Croatian Echelon 1 League. Hajduk Split. Usual strong favourites. Czech 1 League. Pulzen, Sigma Olomouc, Mlada Boleslav and Jablonek odds on favourites there. Danish First Division, well, keep an eye on the in-play stats. And the English Championship, so what I'll do here, I target odds on favourites in the Championship. Lots of them today. And I also do similar in the English League 1, English League 2. It doesn't seem to affect our ability to trade. We're not researching these matches. We're getting to know the sides each week. When you attend the live streams, we get to know the kind of characteristics of these sides. For example, Peterborough, ordinarily an excellent, reliable side at odds on, tending to get a second half goal if they don't score first half. Bradford, Stockport, Crewe Alexandra, Mansfield, usual Crewe are odds on. Walsall and Wrexham. So that's what I'll do for English League 1, English League 2 and the Championship. Get full coverage at 2:30 p.m. on the live stream. I hope you can come along. They've been excellent of late on YouTube. Well worth following. Fully interactable as well. You can leave me notes and messages. French Ligue 1 today. French Ligue 2. Auxerre, Guingamp, the only real favourites. Do look at the standings at this stage of the season to look for motivating factors. So we've got promotion playoffs. So any sides like Seine, Rodez, Ajaccio, Pau will be keen to pick up points. And also at the bottom, anything really from Annecy upwards, Queville, Rouen, Dunkirk. These two, Annecy and Rouen, desperate need for points to break into the 30-point gap. Dunkirk, of course, a win would take them all the way up here. So do watch out for motivating factors today. Similar story in German Bundesliga as well. Just get to know who's the potential sides going up and who's the potential sides going down. This has always been a really competitive league. Only 3 places, only 2 automatic promotion spots. So Hamburger must keep winning. They've got a game in hand over Holstein Kiel and St. Pauli. Must keep winning. So take on any late draw here, that's for sure. Greuther Fürth must keep winning to break into the 40-point gap and have a possibility of automatic promotion. Hamburger would be keen on this automatic promotion spot, having dropped out last season. Kaiserslautern and Hansa Rostock look placed, if good enough, to get out of jail. Looks like Osnabrück, like Darmstadt, just far too much work to do, and Salernitana. But Hansa Rostock, Kaiserslautern, Braunschweig, Wien Wiesbaden, even arguably Schalke, caught up in the relegation dogfight. 3 points here takes them to 25, puts the pressure on Braunschweig. So get to know, particularly it's March now, get to know what's happening in your prospective leagues, who needs what, the pressure. It'll give you targets. Take on any draw in a relegation 6-pointer if it's 0-0 or 1-1, 90th minute. So we've got Hungary as well today. Italian Serie B, similar story. Just take a quick look at the head-to-heads and you'll see it's quite a generous league, this, isn't it? As far as promotion playoff places, etc. So we've got Brescia, Cosenza, Bari, Südtirol, Reggiana, even as far as Pisa. So we've got all of this lot can go into the top 8, or get relegated. So plenty of pressure for the middle sides. Ternana, Ascoli, Spezia, Ferro Pesaro and Lecco. All realistic, Ian, with a chance. I think with Lecco, they'll be looking at a relegation playoff place. So get to know who's struggling and who needs promotion playoff spots. So I'll see you 2:30 p.m. for a live stream today at the YouTube channel. All of the details will be for members only here in the live space and at the research section. And for those of you with Footballtradingprofits.club, I'll leave all the details in the research there for you. Hope to see you at 2:30. Been in excellent form of late. Even the live streams, you can get a lot more learning done and some new ideas as well. So I hope to see you at 2:30.